Hello everyone. Dun dun dun. Only personnel of security clearance level 2 or higher are allowed to use SCP-294. Requesting anything other than human consumable beverages is strictly forbidden. Okay. Oh no, my character's not clearance level 2. Maybe I can earn that if I get enough points. Whoa. This is cool. This reminds me of something else. Maybe it's Unreal Tournament. But I didn't do a proper intro, sorry. Swag sent me this SCP mod, and I haven't played, or, wait, SCP is like a bunch of writing, isn't it? It's like ideas, I think, about crazy wacky monsters if they broke out of a prison. Or they're in a prison. And I think like it's just stories about like weird, abstract, crazy things they could do. I'm running out of time. I didn't realize there was so little time. I shouldn't have spent all that time reading the sign. Ugh. Can we shoot through these? I think they came from here. Yep. Is there something I'm doing wrong? Got that guy at least before he deployed. Oh, we gained time. How did we gain time? the accept and decline is hell yeah or hell nah. That's fun. I don't know. Maybe Obi-Wan would work. People are spawning decently quickly. Can I go here and then go up? Oh, there was another guy. It was Commander Thorn. I should have done that. A nine-tailed fox, he said? That's no good for me. I could just throw this in there. Okay, I got him. Well, I think I win. I don't think they'll be able to beat me.
Enemy reinforcements are decreasing.
Oh, I'm stuck. But I can still get the post. Oh, I didn't know you could do the aerial attack infinitely. The map layout has been randomized. Oh, do the hallways change every time? Did that happen like every time the countdown ended? Because I didn't see that. I thought that was gonna give me a different side, but I think I got the same side. There he is. Good old Markiplier. The map layout has been randomized. I think that's what's gonna happen like every minute. So it's a maze, right? It's a Lost Woods situation. I think it's this one. Yeah, you can see a little bit. It's a little line. I'm scared. Why did I do this alone? Also, it's Star Wars Day. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. Let's take some time to celebrate the worst franchise on the planet. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Oh, it just got randomized. Yeah, that's what happens. That's cool. Oh, here we go. Red lasers. I bet the separatists have that too. Oh, and it's contained. Wait. Oh, that locked me out of Markiplier. Fuck. Well, there's 60 of them left. I could probably get enough kills to get Markiplier again. Okay, it's about to randomize. No, that didn't open this one. Did that guy get locked in there? Can he go back? I think he's locked. He's trapped in there because he didn't make it when... Oh. But I don't think I can get out of here now. Unless the map randomizes. He's still trying to get through. Sorry, buddy. Oh, they have Mara Jade? Should have played as Turtles.
Force Unit Epsilon 11, designated Nine-Tailed Fox, has entered the facility. All remaining survivors are
That Nine-Tailed Fox
stay
again.
in the evacuation shelter or any other safe area until the unit has secured the facility. We'll start escorting personnel out when the escaped SCPs have been recontained.
Alright. Oh, Markiplier's always saying that. Getting your shorts in a knot. Oh shit. Did I go to this post that I can't get out of? I think I did. Well, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to test out Markiplier on these bots then. A fusion cutter that looks like a gun. And the Han Solo pistol.
We would like to advise all surviving personnel once again, do not attempt to reach the exits. Either find a safe area or go into one of the many...
Do not attempt to reach the exits. I don't know about that. I think I will. I think I will attempt to reach the exits. Oh, they have a new officer model. That's cool. Maybe we can get out of here. Whoa. Ah! Oh, there we go. Oh, there she is. She's gonna be around here somewhere. That's her. She's jumping around. Ah! Lightsaber throw abuser. There we go. I used the big blast move. This guy's always yapping about the Nine-Tailed Fox. Uh-oh. I guess we are playing Markiplier. Where's the fire? Markiplier here, where's the fire? That's how he opens all his videos. If you guys don't watch Markiplier, I thought I'd let you know that. It's pretty strong, actually. It took out the Wookiee instantly. It's pretty fast. So I think that door's open too. He has a fusion cutter, but I don't think he can use it on anything in here. You're trapped, buddy. What? Die. He's got a cool face there. An iconic face. Well, it did a lot worse that time. And then lastly, we have a hero assault. But Markiplier's a hero guy this time. I'll be heroes, just in case there's more heroes. Yeah, I didn't play as Thorn, so it's good that I picked heroes. Pilot Luke. That's that's Markiplier, not Luke. And Mara Jade looks pretty typical. Let's play Thorn, because he might do something neat and cool. Yes, whack people! Yeah. It makes lightsaber noises. Oh, he's fast too. I figured he'd be heavy. Have to run all the way over there before the map changes. Very lonesome here. They're all the bots are still trying to get through the map. They don't know where to go. Uh-oh, that's bad. Bad sound. There we go. We got them. I've contained them. It's a pretty good gun. Oh, right, it's Hero Assault. I can't capture this. Later. You're in there somewhere, Jango Fett. And I'm gonna get you.
200, 300. You guys are gonna make me rich.
He's rich, but dead. You're not taking it with you. Jango, I think it was Jango Fett who says that. Boom! Back in the day, the clone troopers could go hand to hand with the Jedi and the Sith. Could you imagine if on Utapau some clone just came up and whacked Grievous with the chain gun? I'd believe it. He's pretty nerfed in the movies. Movie singular. Oh, there they are. There's a bunch of them. Mr. Bones. You're telling me I could have gone on Mr. Bones' wild ride? Oof. We could play Mara Jade for a bit too. So this is where she was in the sequel movies. She was in the SCP chambers. Oh yeah. Did I... Okay, I can go back. I thought I just got trapped. There we go. Does that door, that icon above the door, does that mean something? Well, it doesn't mean it's the one that you can go through. Well, it just looks like the other symbols, which I assume is the SCP logo.
Please remember to stay inside the evacuation shelters until the facility has been secured.
Ah! Oh wait, but I shouldn't do that, that's right. I shouldn't jump up there. Commander Thorn's pretty good. Let's play more Commander Thorn. Well, I'm just gonna give thoughts on Star Wars otherwise as I run through this, because we got 180 kills to get. Yeah, Star Wars is a tricky one. It's obviously in a tough place right now, which is too bad because we're coming up on, I think next year is the 50th anniversary, and I'm sure there'll be great big stuff planned for that, and that'll be fun. Where the hell are these shots coming from? I don't know. But yeah, I just, if I was at the helm and I could decide the way forward, it would be to just focus on smaller projects, not try to tie it into the main story anymore. Make some. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, just do like neat indie projects and like side story stuff. Just work in a different era mostly, and not try to start tying everything together in the new big franchise. Because I feel like a lot of the ones that have done that haven't gone very well. And I mean, I haven't seen Andor, but people say it's pretty good. And that one's not like, at least as far as I know, it's not like a bunch of Sith Lords are showing up and like, oh yeah, it's that character reference. But I don't know, maybe that does happen. Maybe I shouldn't talk about things I don't know about, but it wasn't like that was new required watch material for whatever next big project they were gonna put out. It was just figure the director had a good idea with what to do with that character and the story to tell.
Designating your sector is now idle. Proceed safely.
Because I really like The Mandalorian season one, and then season two was kind of falling off for me. And then from what I've heard of Book of Boba Fett in season three, it didn't sound like my cup of tea. But that was when they started like adding in all the characters from the other shows. You know, you see Ahsoka, you see Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan's fine. She had some relevance at least because it's Mandalorian stuff. we've we've contained Count Dooku, truly. But you know, then like Luke comes in. Sorry, spoilers for Mandalorian season two. But then you know you add Luke in, weird AI Luke, and it's like, bleh. Even if he didn't look really, really bad, it's just like it's so dull. Like when you watch what's happening on screen, out of the context of like the hype or Luke aura farming, it's really boring and just kind of. I don't remember if they even set it up well. They may have. Maybe they said like. Maybe they were setting it up along the way, saying something like, "Oh, there's a beacon coming from a ship that is on the way." I think they did do that, and it was setting it up like it was a bad ship, and it was actually Luke. Uh, and I guess I kind of like that it's. He, it makes sense at least that he's engaging in the world, because that's sort of an important conflict. But I think maybe my issue is that I want stories that aren't about the important conflicts where the people who have already been the main characters have to get involved again, because it just ends up very samey. And to be honest, it's kind of lame when it's like, oh yeah, and then all my characters get saved by the super main character. When the Mandalorian season 1 was just about going around and, well, collecting bounties, and that led to interesting stories to tell, and really just saving the child was part of his long-term growth, but that should have been like one small part of it. And now, like, the whole point of him leaving in season 2 is done for and kaput because he gets him back anyway. And now they're doing a whole movie with Stinky the Hut. The only way you could draw me into that and get me on board is if we see Baby Yoda get mercilessly destroyed, like zapped in an electric fence or something. Just because it would, like, wake me up from my slumber. But there's still a lot to love about the franchise, at least. We will always have the good things. I don't think I've said it on a recent recording or anything, so I was watching A New Hope and Empire with my parents, and god damn, those movies are good. And it's really funny because in A New Hope's case, that movie was really close to being very, very bad. That, like, it was almost something that you would see on Mystery Science Theater 3000. Because Star Wars has always had the silly stuff, but I think it's just that the characters in the world do take it seriously, and the way they talk about things makes it seem actually very mundane. And that's what makes A New Hope very special to me in some ways, because it got randomized there, so I didn't want to go in there and get trapped. Am I trapped? Yeah, I have to go back. The characters in that movie don't talk like they do in the entire rest of the Star Wars movies. They talk like everything's very mundane and normal and typical. They're just like, ah, yeah, another day in our fucked up galaxy where the Empire's taken over. And, well, especially Luke has one line where he's like, I don't like the Empire, but it's not like I could just go in and stop them and take them on. What's wrong with my gun? There we go. And they just talk about things like it's pretty typical. Like at his stage of his life, he's most concerned about, like, going to school, and uh, he stays on the farm longer. But see, that's more personable. It's not like you don't open. Let's take Jyn Erso for example, because I did really like her. I mean, I think she's fine. It's just she's not like a relatable character because my parents are alive, and it's just that trope. First of all, is overdone. Like the protagonist's parents being out of the picture. So, and I guess Luke's parents are, but he still has like a family on the farm. And he has a normal life, so that's what makes him more relatable. It makes the call to adventure more exciting. But it starts just what engages you about that is how it starts off small, and you start off with mundane life on Tatooine, and then it grows into a grand adventure. But nowadays, it's always just starting right at the grand adventure and the drama, and just gives no breathing room because they have toys to sell, man. And it's always been about that, but they've lost the plot, the art of how to make a franchise that sells toys successfully, because I don't know that they're even doing bad with like merchandise sales. I would just assume they are because it's all bad press now, and I don't hear like the average person talking about Star Wars anymore. Whenever something big with it comes out, supposedly something big. Whereas now it's always, oof, I have to use that fake criticism that it insists upon itself, but I think the better way of explaining that is that they're always talking about the nouns. Like from then on in Star Wars, they always drop every character's name with a huge level of importance, and that makes it kind of boring. And it makes it, I don't know, it takes me out of the experience a little when they look into the camera and say, Luke Skywalker? I'm trying to think of examples, but I really feel like after A New Hope, all the Star Wars movies, maybe not the prequels so much, but uh, after that they keep talking about, they name drop the characters, and it's always directed as and acted as kind of a dramatic moment, I think. But then they do that so often it feels less special. So another thing about A New Hope that I thought made it age pretty well, there's all the obviously incredible effects. That movie still looks really good, and all the like insane crazy stuff that they did to make everything work. Like behind the scenes Star Wars stuff is so fascinating to look at. How the speeder that looked like it was levitating actually just had a mirror on it, and it was reflecting the rest of the desert, and that gave it the image of levitating. And now it's all CGI, and it's a problem with Star Wars, it's a problem with everything. I guess even the CGI part only really hurt the prequels, and sure, it made strides in like digital filmmaking, but it looks like shit now. It didn't look great back then. Did he? Are you supposed to be able to walk through that, or did Darth Vader just aura farm by doing that? Hold on, I need to see if you can. Okay, yeah, you can go through this. That one looked like it was blocked, and then maybe he had just decided, actually, I can walk through this now. I couldn't even be mad if it's Darth Vader that did that. But yeah, if you try to watch A New Hope and Empire with a fresh perspective, I would say the original trilogy when I talk about these, but going back, I don't really like Return of the Jedi that much. I do like it. I like a lot of things about it, but there's a lot of things about it that have aged badly, and it's not even just aged badly. Like even for the time, my family and I were looking it up when we were watching it, and I think some of the actors were on cocaine or something, or some kind of drugs, and it sort of showed, sadly. Still a fun movie and all. I like the Care Bears. But anyways, with lost my train of thought with A New Hope. I remember. So take Darth Vader for instance. Like watching those movies for the first time, A New Hope is like so engaging because there's so many crazy outlandish ideas. Darth Vader is like the craziest character ever. He looks so cool, and because he has a samurai helmet and this cape, and the way that he has this completely black uniform compared to all the stormtroopers just sets him apart so well. And just the fact that like he's this weird figure, he's the only one there without a gun, and for so long you don't even see him do anything with the lightsaber. He's just this menacing figure for some reason. And then you see him choke people with his mind, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? How do you beat this guy? Like, what is a gun supposed to do? And then it's sort of like when you get into the meeting where he's talking to the other Imperials, and they're like, "Yeah, you're just some weird sorcerer dude. Who cares what you can do?" And then he uses choke you with my mind ability. Oh no, it happened. Yeah, I got trapped. That people could have known about. Nope, I'm not going in there. Get trapped. Oh no, he jumped out. Damn. The ending of A New Hope is it's so tense. It's really really close. And again with no context of modern film narratives, Han Solo coming back is completely out of left field. Oh, I gotta get out. Uh, oh no, my grenade! Just everything about it too, like, by the end of that movie, the characters aren't laughing and joking and quipping around. They're all tense and serious and talking like it's a real military. It's hard to stress enough how close it was. The fact that it was such a narrow shot and like just a couple of things go wrong. Luke was like the last guy. They had no plan after that. That was it. And it was kind of a dodgy plan anyways, but they of course they had to stop it urgently. Everything about Empire has been said already, done to death. And it's obviously the best. There's nothing that's gonna stand against it. Uh, I mean, I'll probably watch Andor someday, and I'll give it a fair chance, but I'm not even gonna try to compare it to Empire. That wouldn't even be fair, right? There's some people who insist that it's better, it's the best Star Wars media, but remains to be seen. Maybe, who knows? I feel like it would just be unfair to go into it expecting it to be better. But yeah, still, the twist ending to Empire is the most predictable thing now. I think if you were to show someone who didn't know anything about Star Wars that now, they'd predict it, but it was the craziest thing that has ever happened in a movie. It it blew people's minds. It broke hearts. If you don't believe me, like go back and watch there's videos on YouTube of people's live reactions to the ending of Empire and Return of the Jedi for its own purpose. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. They were in shock. They were screaming. They're like, "This can't be true." They were screaming like Luke was. They're like, "What is happening?" Their worlds fell apart. And it's not even like the first time in a story or even a movie that the good guys lose, but you would think for that kind of movie that's geared towards kids and it's kind of a family fun movie, a fantasy. I mean, it's still fine. It's not like kids shouldn't be seeing this or even like this is too adults that kids this is a kids movie by the way. Like I mean kids get it. It's just that it was such a brave thing to do, a bold move at the time. And again, you got to see people's reactions to it. It was crazy. That was just some insights upon rewatching it, trying to go in with a more fresh perspective. I think they're still really, really good movies. And I mean, there's Star Wars movies where I'm like, yeah, it's good for a Star Wars movie. Like I would still call it good. It's just not one that I really recommend to a broader audience. In fact, I think only A New Hope and Empire I would recommend to a broad audience. But even outside of them just being like culturally relevant and fun, I think they're really good movies. They're well made. It's not going to blow someone's mind if they've seen Citizen Kane or something, or The Godfather. I use as just the go-to for good movies, but uh, everyone will at least be able to appreciate, even if you think like it's kind of dumb fantasy slop, then you'll be able to appreciate a lot of the good direction and really in the first two, a lot of great dialogue and good characters and insanely good visuals for the 70s.
Unable to detonate the warheads for unknown reasons. All helicopters and MTF units go back to gate.
But like prequel era content had the best games ever. This is the best game ever. And just in general, you had Bounty Hunter, which was incredible. Actually, just before this, I was watching the Republic Commando extras. After you beat the game, you can look at all the making of videos, and those ones were really fun to watch. And if you haven't played Republic Commando, I recommend it highly. It's pretty cheap on Steam. It's not very long, and it's just a really solid story and gameplay. I think it ages pretty well. Well, if you buy it on Steam on PC, just be aware the mouse sensitivity in the menus sucks, so just use the arrow keys. The funny thing is, I was saying, I used to say, well, we get no games now. We get okay ones. I mean, the new Battlefront 2 is fine to play now. It's not as good as this one, but uh, it's fun if you just want to play as your favorite Star Wars character, and you're really not in for, if you don't want to think, like you want to just turn your brain off and queue up. I get it, and I do play it sometimes, so credit where credit's due. I mean, EA does this well. The graphics were beautiful. Back in 2017, that game moved mountains for graphics. I think it's some of the character models, of course, have aged after 10 years, but I feel like it's got the best looking environments and maps 10 years later. Other than Battlefront, I really like the new Lego Skywalker Saga. Is it better than the complete saga? I don't know. I think they have different appeal, and I'm glad that they knew that and they tried to make something different. Like they didn't just make the same levels again, which maybe some people would have liked, but I think it's better that they just tried to make something new, and honestly adding a more open world element to it was better. And I think it was better to add like an open world element because Star Wars doesn't really have that. I mean, you have the Old Republic MMO, but that's not, you're not going to a lot of the places we know and love from the movies, you know? So, but yeah, I really like the Skywalker saga. There was a lot of cool additions to it, and I think uh, if you try to go into it not comparing it to the original, but thinking of it as like, oh, this is also something we have to play now, because I think they have a different feel to them. And in the same way that the new Battlefront 2 has a different appeal. And actually, I think it's the reverse where you have to think about the Skywalker saga more. It's got some, like a fun combo system that's pretty freeform. If you just want to like mash buttons like you used to, that works. But you can also learn the combat system to do some cool things. As we wind down here after capturing this post, thank you all for joining me. Thanks to Swag Senate for making this mod. And have a happy Star Wars Day. I hope everyone can find a way to enjoy it in their own way. May the Force be with you.